The time is 11:30 a.m. now. On behalf of DMCC Speciality Chemicals Limited, I, Sonal Naik, Company Secretary, welcome you all to the 104th Annual General Meeting. In view of relevant circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI, the AGM is being conducted through video conferencing facility on WebEx platform, that is VC. The venue of AGM shall be deemed to be the registered office of the company. Before we start the proceedings of this meeting, I would like to take you through certain points regarding the process to participate at this meeting through video conferencing, that is VC. The facility to join this AGM through VC has been made available for members on basis. The members who have joined this meeting by default are kept on mute mode to avoid any disturbances arising from background noise and to ensure seamless conduct of this meeting. We have some shareholders who are registered themselves as speakers, and we will take this up in the later part of this meeting. Apart from that, if any shareholder would like to ask any question, kindly write the same in your chat box, and the same will be answered in question and answer session in the best possible manner. The proceedings of this meeting are being recorded during the meeting. The participants would be on mute. The company has availed the facility of webcasting of this AGM through MUFG In Time India Private Limited, formerly known as Link in Time India Private Limited, the company's RTM. The facility of remote e-voting prior to the AGM as well as the e-voting during the AGM is also being provided by our RTA. The members can join the AGM through VC 30 minutes before and 15 minutes after the scheduled time of the commencement of the meeting by following the procedure mentioned in the notice. Members are advised to join the meeting by using their laptops and headphones with an internet connection having a better speed to avoid any interruption or disturbances during the meeting. As mentioned in the notice, the facility of participation at the AGM through VC has been made available. As you all know, this meeting is held through the VC. The provisions pertaining to proxies are not applicable. We had given an opportunity to the shareholders to register themselves as speakers and ask any questions till 3rd September 2025 by sending email at company's dedicated email ID, that is investor@dmcc.com. We have thus received requests from 70 shareholders and accordingly plan to give them an opportunity to speak. The names of such shareholders will be called during the course of the meeting. The facility to inspect the documents by the members is also available during the meeting on logging on to the website of MUFG In Time India Private Limited, formerly known as Link in Time India Private Limited, on www.mpms.mufg.com. The company had provided members an opportunity to cast their votes on the resolutions contained in the AGM notice by means of remote e-voting. The remote e-voting commenced on Sunday, 7 September 2025 at 9 a.m. and closed on Tuesday, 9 September 2025 at 5 p.m. Members present at the annual general meeting today may cast their votes through voting on e-voting platform of MUFG Time. The e-voting platform is now open for voting and will close after 15 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting. During the AGM, if any member faces any issues or requires any assistance relating to e-voting or VC, he or she may contact the helpline number as mentioned in the AGM notice. The company have appointed Shri Satish Kumar Jain, proprietor of SKJ and Associates, practicing company secretaries, as the scrutinizer who scrutinize the votes cast through remote e-voting and e-voting during this AGM. The scrutinizer will scrutinize the e-voting results and submit a report within 2 working days. The results of the e-voting will be announced by posting it on website of the company, that is at www.dmcc.com, website of stock exchanges, BSE and NSE on www.bseindia.com and www.nseindia.com respectively, and on the website of RTA. The company has made all efforts feasible to enable the members participate at the meeting through the VC and vote electronically. So far, 52 number of members are present, which meets the quorum as required. I now request Chairman Sir to formally commence the proceedings.
I confirm the requisite quorum is present, hence I now declare the meeting to be in order and open.
Thank you, sir. We have with us our distinguished board members, our key managerial personnel, and our auditors. I will now call name of each of them. They are requested to introduce themselves when called by mentioning their name, designation, and location from where they are attending this meeting. Starting with Chairman Sir, Shri Lakshmi Kumar Narottam Gokuldas.
Good morning to all. I am Lakshmi Kumar Narottam Gokuldas, Chairman of the Board, Chairman of Stakeholders Relationship Committee, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Ms. Mithika Lakshmi Kumar Gokuldas.
Good morning to all. I'm Mithika Lakshmi Kumar Gokuldas, Vice Chairperson of the Board, Chairperson of the CSR Committee, attending this meeting from Dubai.
Shri Bimal Lalit Singh Gokuldas.
Good morning. I'm Bimal Lalit Singh Gokuldas, Managing Director and CEO and key managerial personnel of the company and Chairman of the Risk Management Committee, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Shri Sanjay Vishwanath Joshi.
Good morning to all. I am Sanjeev Vishwanath Joshi, Independent Director, Chairman of the Audit Committee and Chairman of Independent Directors Committee, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Shri Mukul Manohar Lal Tali.
Good morning. I am Mukul Manohar Lal Tali, an Independent Director. I am the Chairman of the NRC Committee and I am attending this office from Fountain, Mumbai.
Dr. Mrs. Janaki Ashwin Patwardhan.
Morning to all. I am Dr. Janaki Ashwin Patwardhan, Independent Director, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Shri Haren Devidas Parekh.
I am Haren Parekh. I am an Independent Director on the board and I am also a member of the Audit Committee. I am attending this meeting from Bombay.
Shri Kuldeep Kumar Tiwari.
Good morning to all. I am Kuldeep Kumar Tiwari, Executive Director of AGM, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Shri Dilip Trimbak Gokhale.
Good morning. I am Dilip Trimbak Gokhale, Full Executive Vice President of the company, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Shri Sunil Kumar Goyal.
Good morning to all. I am Sunil Kumar Goyal, Chief Finance Officer and key managing personnel of the company, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Shri Rahul Gautam Diwan.
Good morning to all. I'm Rahul Gautam Diwan, representing Rahul Gautam Diwan and Associates Chartered Accountants and Statutory Auditor of the company, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Shri Nilesh Thakkar.
Good morning all. I'm Nilesh Thakkar on behalf of Rahul Gautam Diwan and Associates, Chartered Accountant, Special Auditor of the company, attending this meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Shri Satish Kumar Jain.
Morning to all. I am Satish Kumar Jain, proprietor of Exchange and Associates, practicing company secretary and secretary auditor of the company, and this is pleasure of the e-voting process, attending this meeting from Mumbai.
Thank you. Good morning to all. I am Sonal Naik, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer and key managerial personnel of the company, attending this meeting from Mumbai. Notice of this AGM along with the annual report for the financial year 2024-25 containing the audited standalone and consolidated financial statements for the year ended 31st March 25, along with votes of the Board of Directors and auditors thereon, have been emailed within the statutory period to all the shareholders whose email IDs are registered with their respective depository participant or the company, or with the registrar and transfer agent, MUFG Intime India Private Limited. I now request our Honorable Chairman, Sir, Sri Lakshmi Kumar Narottam Gokuldas, to address the members.
Dear shareholders, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you and warmly welcome each one of you to the 104th Annual General Meeting of your company being conducted virtually. Last year has seen us implement several key initiatives that have strengthened our business. We have focused on enhancing our operational efficiency by investing in our workspace, reducing our carbon footprint for sustainable practices, and promoting the use of renewable energy sources. Since I have already shared my thoughts on page 14 and 15, I would like to keep my speech brief. I'm sure that all of you have gone through the annual report for the year 24-25, comprising of our financial and operational performance and also our efforts towards sustainability. The directors' report and audited accounts for the financial year ended 31st March 2025 has been with you, and with your consent, I shall take the notice of this 104th AGM on page 39 and the board's report on page 64, which has been circulated to all shareholders as read. The Secretarial Auditor's report is enclosed as enclosure B to the board's report on page 82 of the annual report. I shall take them as read. The Statutory Auditor's report on the standalone consolidated financial statements are available on page 143 and 195 respectively of the annual report. The Statutory Auditor's report on financial statements of the company for the financial year 31st March 2025 do not contain any qualifications, observation, comments, or other remarks. These are also being taken as read. Now let me briefly touch upon the overall economic environment before I share my thoughts on your company's performance in the financial year 2025. The year 2024-25 was a transforming year for chemical industry. Despite the many challenges, the industry is set to rebound with optimum growth during 2024-25. It is marked by healthy growth due to strong domestic demand, focus on technological innovation, decarbonization, and good demand in commodity chemicals segment. This performance reflects successful execution and growth in Indian market. International policies, including tariffs, trade agreements, environmental regulations, and geopolitical shifts, significantly impacted the chemical industry by altering supply chains, affecting costs and pricing, influencing investment decisions, and driving innovation towards sustainability. The imposition of US tariffs on chemical imports and exports has significantly disrupted global chemical industry, creating widespread economic, geographical, and business impact. The impact on DMCC bottom line would be limited as we will pass on prices to customers as well as look for alternative markets. There are no US producers of our products. Geographically, trade flows have shifted as companies reroute supply chain to avoid tariff-affected regions, often replacing production often relocating production facilities to tariff-exempted countries in Asia and Europe. From a business standpoint, uncertainty surrounding trade policy has deterred retaliatory measures from other companies. Exaggerating volatility in raw material pricing and global competitiveness. These dynamics have compelled chemical firms to adopt adaptive strategies, such as localizing production or forming regional partnerships to mitigate risk and maintain market presence. Chemical companies around the globe will navigate many of the same challenges as other industries, evolving macroeconomic conditions, shifts in policy, and regulations across regions, changing customer preferences and advances in technology. To help improve their positions in face of these uncertainties, chemical companies could consider adopting strategies that help them weather uncertainty while positioning themselves competitively in low-carbon, high-tech future. In future, I would say India's economy will positively impact its thriving chemical industry, which contributes significantly to GDP and generates substantial employment. The robust linkage allows the Indian chemical industry to maintain its position as global leader with significant contribution in specialty chemicals, agrochemicals, and petrochemicals. While inflation remains a concern, Indian economy's resilience is a testament to its strong fundamentals and ability to weather global economic shocks. Financial performance. I'm sure you all would have gone through the financial and operational performance as reported in annual report. And let me give you a quick review of the same. On a consolidated basis, the revenue from operations increased significantly to 431.29 crores in the financial year 25, up from rupees 327.95 crores in the previous year, FY24. An increase of 31.5% was mainly due to higher realization and volumes. Despite difficult operating environment such as aggressive production by China, destocking globally, geopolitical crisis, slowdown in Europe, and decline in agrochemical business, the company has continued to maintain a good performance. On a consolidated basis, EBITDA has improved to rupees 58.36 crores in FY 24-25, is against 46.72 crores in the previous year, and profit before tax stood at rupees 31.14 crores in FY 24-25 as compared to profit of 17.25 crores in previous year. Dividend. Your directors are pleased to recommend a final dividend of 25% per equity share in the said final dividend. If the said financial dividend is approved by members in this AGM, they can expect to receive the said final dividend on or before end of the month, that is September 2025, on compliance of necessary formalities. Sustainability. Through impactful CSR initiatives, we foster community empowerment and well-being. The Shakti program has empowered fringe communities with capacity building training to combat wildlife, cybercrime, and manage human-wildlife conflicts through participatory approaches, promoting harmonious coexistence. We also provide comprehensive center and home-based services for children and adults with deaf, blindness, and multiple disabilities, enhancing their quality of life through education, physiotherapy, and vocational training. We also champion animal welfare through sterilization and rabies vaccination programs for stray dogs. Moreover, our Dahej and Roa sites, at our Dahej and Roa sites, we uplift local communities with initiative towards education, infrastructure, and women's empowerment. Together, these efforts forge a resilient, inclusive future. Through consistent research and development efforts, we have commercialized processes for downstream sulfur-based chemicals, enabling us to offer reliable and cost-effective products and processes to our customers while minimizing our environmental footprint. Together with our collective resilience and determination, we will emerge stronger and continue to create sustainable value for all. The journey ahead is filled with opportunities, and we are confident that our strategic initiatives, robust operational capabilities, and unwavering commitment to excellence will enable us to navigate the challenges and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. As we move forward, we remain committed to our core values of integrity, innovation, and sustainability. And we look forward to continuing our journey of growth and success with your continued support. As a testimony to our efforts, we are proud to be amongst the handful of companies in the country authorized to use the Responsible Care logo, which signifies our commitment to the responsible management of chemicals throughout their life cycle. Welfare matters. Our corporate social responsibility initiatives are a testament to our commitment to fostering sustainable development and improving the quality of life in communities we serve. In financial year 25, we have undertaken a series of impactful projects aimed at environmental conservation, education, healthcare, and disaster relief and women's empowerment. The company has invested a total of rupees 39 lakhs in various CSR initiatives during the FY 25. Outlook. A robust research and development capabilities coupled with agile manufacturing processes are expected to support the growing demand for high-value specialty chemicals. The company continues to invest in initiatives aimed at reducing its carbon footprint, optimizing water usage, and promoting renewable energy sources across its operations. These efforts, combined with the recent Responsible Care certification, underscore DMCC's commitment to environmental, social, and governance ESG principles. We are committed to building a legacy that will endure the next 100 years and beyond. Acknowledgement. I thank you to all my shareholders for their continued trust, encouragement, and unequivocal support to the company and its management. Thanks for staying invested in DMCC. Also, I would like to express my gratitude towards our board members for their constant guidance and support in our pursuit of maximizing long-term shareholder value. And I must acknowledge the significant contribution of our employees, customers, and all stakeholders for their laudable efforts to maintain business continuity in this tough and uncertain environment. Thank you all. Stay healthy, stay blessed. Over to Company Secretary.
Thank you, sir. Terms of the Provisions of Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations, members holding shares as on 3rd September 2025 are entitled to exercise voting or resolutions contained in the notice dated 7th August 2025. Shareholders holding shares as on cutoff date were provided an option to cast their votes remotely from Sunday 7 September 2025 at 9 a.m. to Tuesday 9 September 2025 up to 5 p.m. by logging on into the e-voting platform of MUFG In Time India Private Limited, that is company's RTF. In view of remote e-voting and as per Standard 7.1 of the Secretarial Standard on General Meetings, proposing and seconding the resolutions is not required. There are total 7 resolutions to vote. Before putting the resolution to vote, I would like to brief you on the resolutions. Ordinary Business Resolution Number 1. To receive, consider, and adopt the audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2025, together with the report of the Board of Directors and the auditors thereof. Ordinary Resolution Number 2. To receive, consider, and adopt the audited consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2025, together with the report of the auditors thereon. Ordinary Resolution Number 3. To declare a final dividend on equity shares for the financial year ended March 31, 2025. Ordinary Resolution Number 4. To appoint a director in place of Ms. Mithika Lakshmi Kumar Gokuldas, who retires by rotation and being eligible offer herself for reappointment. Special Businesses. Resolution Number 5. The ratification of cost auditors' remuneration for financial year 2025-26. Resolution Number 6. Appointment of Messrs. SKG and Associates, Practicing Company Secretary, as the Secretarial Auditors of the company for a term of 5 consecutive years from financial 25-26 to financial year 29-30. Resolution Number 7. The appointment of Dr. Mrs. Janaki Ashwin Patwardhan as an independent director. E-voting is now open and members may please go to the page of InstaMeet website of MUFG In Time India Private Limited, cast their vote, and at the same time watch proceedings of the meeting. The e-voting facility will remain open up to 15 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting to enable members to cast their vote. Instructions for casting vote electronically during the annual general meeting forms part of the annual general meeting notice. Over to the chairman, sir.
I would like to invite queries from the members on the above business items. I request the company secretary to moderate the queries from the members.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. We will now unmute the members who have registered themselves as speakers. Members are requested to ask their queries when called for. Members are requested to keep their queries short to provide equal opportunities to other members. To avoid repetition, the answers to all the questions will be provided towards the end. Members may also note that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking questions depending on the availability of time. Now I request the first speaker to put forth the question.
Thank you, ma'am. I invite Bharat Shah, our speaker number 1. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
माननीय चेयरमैन श्री, एमडी श्री और अन्य माननीय डायरेक्टर, सर मेरा नाम भरत शाह, सर मैं बरसों से इश्यू टाइम से आपका शेयर होल्डर रहा हूँ सर टाइम से आपका शेयर रहा हूँ सर।
Bharat sir, we are not able to hear you.
चला रहे हो सर?
Bharat sir, if you can please repeat your question.
हाँ बरसों से आप जो निटली कंपनी चला रहे हो सर, तो मेरी कोई क्वेरी नहीं है सर, बहुत अच्छी व्यवस्थित सुंदर रीत से अपनी कंपनी चल रही है सर, तो मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अभिनंदन मानता हूँ और इसके लिए चेयरमैन सर, एमडी सर, आपको और पूरे बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर और कंपनी के सभी छोटे बड़े एम्प्लॉइज का मैं बहुत बहुत आभार अभिनंदन मानता हूँ सर। डिविडेंड भी अच्छा है और आगे जाके कंपनी का डिविडेंड और भी बढ़ने वाला है, मेरे को पूरा भरोसा है सर। और सर बोनस के लिए मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है, तो जरूर बोनस दीजिए, लास्ट बोनस कभी दिया था वो भी बताना सर, और सर 5 इयर्स के फ्यूचर प्रोग्राम भी जरूर बताना। बाकी तो सारे अवार्ड के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अभिनंदन देता हूँ सर। और सर सीएसआर एक्टिविटी बहुत अच्छी व्यवस्थित चल रही है, तो उसके लिए भी धन्यवाद अभिनंदन देता हूँ, एक मानवता का कार्य है सर। और कंपनी सेक्रेटरी सोनलबेन नाइक और उनकी पूरी सीएस टीम का भी बहुत धन्यवाद अभिनंदन देता हूँ सर। हमेशा शेयर होल्डर को रिस्पेक्ट देते, शेयर होल्डर की क्वेरी सोल्व करते और बेस्ट इन्वेस्टर सर्विस दे रहे थे, तो मैं सोनलबेन की पूरी टीम को बहुत धन्यवाद अभिनंदन देता हूँ। और आपकी हेल्थ अच्छी रहे, कंपनी बढ़िया प्रगति करे, और मैं भगवान ईश्वर को प्रार्थना करता हूँ। सारे रिजर्वेशन में मेरा पूरा सपोर्ट है सर, थैंक यू। जय श्री कृष्णा सर। और सर स्मिता शाह उसके डिवाइस से बोल रही है, स्मिता शाह जो है वो उसके डिवाइस से बोल रही है। जय श्री कृष्ण सर, जय श्री कृष्ण।
Now I invite our speaker number 2, Ms. Smita Shah. Ma'am, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
हेलो हेलो चेयरमैन साहब, आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
यस मैम, ऑडिबल।
ओके। माननीय चेयरमैन साहब श्री लक्ष्मी कुमार जी और वाइस चेयरमैन मैडम श्रीमती मितिका जी, एमडी श्री बिमल जी और सभी उपस्थित माननीय डायरेक्टर्स, आप सभी को मेरा स्मिता शाह का सादर प्रणाम। और चेयरमैन साहब, पहले तो मैं कहूंगी कि मैं सीएस टीम का मैं आभार व्यक्त करते हुए कहूंगी कि मेहनती, हार्ड वर्कर एंड गुड इन्वेस्टर सर्विस के लिए मैं सोनल जी को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ कि आज हमें जो लिंक देकर हमें बात करने का मौका दिया, सो मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ और उनकी गुड वर्क के लिए मैं अभिनंदन भी देती हूँ। और चेयरमैन साहब, आज आपकी 104th AGM की मैं बधाई देते हुए कहूंगी कि आज सालों पुरानी कंपनी हमारी धर्म सिंह मोरारजी का नाम आज भी मार्केट में बहुत अच्छे से गूंज रहा है और सुप्रसिद्ध रहा है। सो चेयरमैन साहब, ये सभी आपकी सुपर लाजवाब लीडरशिप का कमाल और पूरी बोर्ड टीम का साथ सहकार, एम्प्लॉइज और वर्कर्स का सभी की मेहनत और हार्ड वर्क। सो आप सभी की मेहनत हार्ड वर्क की मैं सराहना करते हुए, कदर करते हुए मैं आप सभी को अभिनंदन देती हूँ और आपने कई सारे अवार्ड्स भी प्राप्त किए। सो बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करती हूँ और डिविडेंड भी आपने जो 25% दिया, सो उसके लिए भी धन्यवाद करती हूँ। और चेयरमैन साहब, हमारा भी ऑलवेज साथ सहकार आपके साथ रहा है। सो आज के सभी रिजोल्यूशन में मैं फुल्ली सपोर्ट करती हूँ। और चेयरमैन साहब, बस एक शेयर होल्डर के नाते मेरी शुभकामना है आपको कि बस आप सदा गुड हेल्थ वेल के साथ हमेशा स्वस्थ रहे, मस्त रहे और इस बारिश की जितनी भी बूंद इस धरती पर गिरे उतनी सारी खुशियां आपकी झोली में गिरे और आपकी हर मनोकामना पूरी हो जो आप चाहे। आप हमेशा रहिए फिट और आने वाला ब्राइट फ्यूचर आपका हो हमेशा सुपर हिट। बस कंपनी को आप ऐसे ही मेहनत और लगन के साथ आगे आगे बढ़ाते रहे और फ्यूचर में ईयर बाय ईयर डिविडेंड भी बढ़ाते रहे। बस यही उम्मीद और आशा के साथ ईश्वर को प्रार्थना करते हुए मेरी हार्टली शुभकामना ऑलवेज आपके साथ है। और बस मैं आने वाले नवरात्रि दीपावली की भी शुभकामना करते हुए आज के सभी रिजोल्यूशन में स्ट्रांगली सपोर्ट करते हुए धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite to speaker number 3, Ms. Lekha Shah. Ma'am, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question. Lekha, ma'am.
Hello. Am I audible, Setta ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon and regards to everyone. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. First of all, I would like to thank our company secretary, Sonal ma'am, for giving me this opportunity and smooth process where I'm able to talk in front of you all in AGM. I found the AGM notice and I'm delighted to say it's so beautiful, full of colors and facts and figures in place. Chairman sir, your opening remarks were so insightful and comprehensive that we have already addressed everything I had in mind. Sir, I pray to God that He always shower His blessing upon you. May all your upcoming festivals filled with joy and blessings, sir. Chairman sir, I'm confident that with your vision and determination, you will lead our company to greater heights. And also, I pray to God our company should progress more and more under you and your team's work. I am proud to be a shareholder of this company. Sir, I have complete trust in our board of directors and chairman, sir. Where there is trust, there is no question, sir. Sir, I hope the company will continue video conference meeting in future. So I would like to say I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions for today's meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite our speaker number 4, Mr. Anil Mehta. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thank you. Good afternoon. This is Anil Mehta. Attend this meeting with all the family members of the shareholder company from Kandivali, Mumbai. So from our side, we have only one question. That due to tariff war and present situation with our neighbor country, and also the present repo rate, and also present GST slab rate, was the turnover expected in the FY 2025-26. As a shareholder, we are supporting all the resolution and thanks to the Secretariat Department for their cooperation and support. Thank you and all the best for the bright future of our company.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 5, Mr. Anil Parekh. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Chairman, sir, Board of Directors and fellow shareholders, I'm Anil Parekh here from Bombay. It gives me pleasure to be the shareholder of this company, and I'm thankful to our CS team for providing assistance to attend this meeting. Chairman, sir, year-on-year basis, we are doing excellently well. This year, our revenues has grown to 432 crore compared to last year's 338 crores, jump of 27.85%. Our net profit has also increased from 12 crore to 21.53 crores. Excellent performance. Sir, we have successfully transitioned our business model from a primary focus on fertilizer to a more diversified portfolio of specialty chemical. Now, 44% of our turnover consists of specialty chemicals. So, what are your business plan as far as specialty, both the segments, specialty chemicals and fertilizers? Our export has also increased, and we have exported around 25 countries exceptionally well. Sir, what are our expenses towards R&D? And we have commercialized our new downstream products, boron and sulfur chemistry. So, what are the critical points for growth strategy? Also, the new plant at Dahej, where it is a waste effluent treatment plant and plans for zero liquid discharge system. So, how much we have helped in helping carbon footprint and for zero carbon footprint. Chairman, sir, I am very much glad that we have exceptionally well year this and you will continue to do so. Also rewarding shareholders by way of dividend. That is good gesture. Chairman, sir, why can't you organize a new Dahej facility plant visit for those shareholders who has attended today? And in absence of physical meeting, this could be a good gesture on the part of management to have shareholders inclusion in their family. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak at this juncture, and I'm supporting all the resolutions.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 6, Mr. Bimal Agarwal. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question. Bimal, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good morning to other shareholders or other directors who have joined from different parts of the world. First of all, I thank the company secretary for sending me the link, and also and his team, and also the management staff and the shareholder. And my question was already asked, raised by the management. I got no question to it and already supported all the resolution. Regarding the plant visit, you can show the picture on this thing. Why you want to arrange plant visit? To just show the slide. From me, thank you very much. Please continue video conference in future.
Thank you, sir.
Shareholder.
Now I invite our speaker number 7, Mr. Santosh Kumar Shah. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
माननीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक मंडल के सदस्यगण, अधिकारी और कर्मचारी, मैं संतोष कुमार शरद कलेक्टर से आप सभी को राम राम कहता हूँ। आशा करता हूँ आप लोग सब अच्छे स्वास्थ्य होंगे। सर मेरे 2-3 प्रश्न है कि अभी अपने नया प्रोडक्ट और नई स्कीम क्या निकाली इसके बारे में बताने का करिएगा सर। और अपनी कंपनी की ESG रेटिंग क्या है, ESG रेटिंग क्या है, ESG स्कोर क्या है, इसके बारे में बताइएगा। देखिए ESG रेटिंग अब स्कोर अच्छा है तो इसको किस हमारी कंपनी के बेनिफिट के लिए यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं, इसके बारे में बताइए। कई कंपनियां ESG बॉन्ड या ग्रीन बॉन्ड निकाल के इश्यू कर रही है और उसके पैसे उठा के भी उसको बॉन्ड को शेयर मार्केट में लिस्टेड करें, तो आपका कोई ऐसा हो तो आप कर सकते हैं। दूसरा से आपने लास्ट से कितना कार्बन रिड्यूस किया और अपना जीरो कार्बन का टारगेट क्या है, इसके बारे में जरूर बताइएगा। और रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी की क्या अपनी कैपेसिटी है, हमारे जहाँ फैक्ट्री और जहाँ ये ऑफिसेज है वहाँ हमने सोलर पैनल या विंड पावर की व्यवस्था की है, तो बताइएगा उसकी कैपेसिटी क्या है और हम आगे क्या प्लान है इसके बारे में बताना करिएगा। सर जियो पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन के अंदर हम किस अपने सर्वाइव करेंगे इसके बारे में बताइएगा सर। एक सर ये जो टैरिफ है, अमेरिकन टैरिफ से हम किस अपने आप को बचाएंगे, हमने क्या प्लान बताया किया इसके बारे में बताइएगा। मैं रेखा मैडम बम्बई वाले का सपोर्ट करता हूँ कि जो उन्होंने BC मीटिंग के लिए कहा, मैं भी रिक्वेस्ट करूँ फ्यूचर में BC मीटिंग रखिए। देखो कोई बम्बई से मैं कलकत्ता से ये मीटिंग ज्वाइन कर सकता हूँ और आपके अच्छे काम के प्रति भावना करता हूँ सर। आने वाले त्योहारों की भी शुभकामना देता हूँ, भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ आने वाले त्योहार आपकी हमारी जिंदगी में खुशियाँ और आनंद लेके आएंगे। मैं मौजूद से सरिता का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ काफी सर्विस देने के लिए। जय हिंद, जय भारत, राम राम।
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 8, Ms. Prakashni Shinoy. Ma'am, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question. Prakashni ma'am, you may please ask your question. Prakashni. It seems some technical issue. Our next speaker shareholder, speaker number 9, Mr. Manjit Singh is currently not present in the panel. So now I invite our speaker number 10, Surendra Jain. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
हेलो।
Yes, sir.
आवाज आ रही है मेरी मैडम?
Yes, sir.
चेयरमैन सर नमस्कार, मैं सुरेंद्र कुमार जैन नई दिल्ली से। सर आपकी स्पीच सुनी, अच्छा लगा। आपने कंपनी के बारे में वर्तमान के और भविष्य के बारे में बताया। सर मैं आज के सभी रेगुलेशन का समर्थन करता हूं। आगे आने वाले समय में हमारी कंपनी अच्छी तरक्की करे ऐसी कामना करता हूं। सर हमारी कंपनी आने वाले समय में क्या नया करने जा रही है बताइए। सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं कि मुझे पीसी के माध्यम से जोड़ा। आगे आने वाले सभी फेस्टिवल की ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। सर दिवाली पे सभी स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर का ध्यान रखना। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our speaker number 11, Mr. Yusuf Ranwala. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question. Yusuf sir, you may please ask your question.
सर वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून सर। मुंबई से यशु पर वाला बात कर रहा हूँ सर। फर्स्ट आपको आवाज आ रहा है सर? मेरा आवाज आ रहा है?
Yes sir, you audible.
Sir, I am speaking from Mumbai. Sir, I am very thankful to our excellent company secretary and I also joining the Anil sir. Sir, why, please keep the analyst, please keep the speaker visit to our day's plan, sir. Sir, nothing more to it. You explain everything, sir. We are chemical are very good. Sir, आज अपना मार्केट में भी रेट अच्छा है और आपने ₹2 डिविडेंड दिया है और ये धर्मसी मोराजी केमिकल की कंपनी है सर। वेरी एक्सीलेंट, वेरी नॉलेजेबल और आपको सब शुभकामना देता हूँ सब। और आपने जो हमें लिंक दिया और अपने लिंक पीपल का भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ, स्पेशली प्रशांत टीम और पूरा टीम को धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर। विशिंग यू गुड लक
फूलों की खुशबू कलियों की बहार और अपने धर्म सिंह मोरा जी का साथ हमेशा रहे सर। विशिंग यू गुड लक सर। बोरिक पाउडर आप बनाते कि नहीं बनाते सर? मैं जानना चाहता हूँ बोरिक पाउडर अपन पहले बनाते थे जो बोरिक पाउडर जी थे, वेदर वी स्टॉप के वेदर वी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, इतने मेरा सवाल है। आई वुड लाइक टू नो मैडम, आई वुड लाइक टू नो सर, एंड आई आल्सो वेलकम अवर मैडम ऑन द बोर्ड। विशिंग यू गुड लक एंड आई सपोर्ट ऑल द रेजोल्यूशन। विशिंग यू गुड लक। थैंक यू सर। जय हिंद सर।
Thank you, sir. Now I invite the speaker number 12, Mr. Satish Shah. Sir, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question. Satish sir. Satish sir, you may please ask your question. Satish sir. It seems some connectivity issue. Our next speaker shareholder, speaker number 13, Meenal Bang, is currently not present in the panel. So I invite our speaker number 14, Miss Vicha Jain. Ma'am, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Hi sir, am I audible?
Yes ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you sir for giving this opportunity. I have a couple of questions. So first I wanted to understand regarding the boron chemistry products. I want to understand what is the final end use for these products and whom do we supply these products to? What is the capacities that we have for these boron chemistry products? What are the typical margins that we have in these products? And sir, also I wanted to understand, what are the top 3 products that contribute significantly to our revenue? How much of the export that we do to US and what impact do you see the tariffs will have on our exports to the US? And so the growth that we have seen in FY25, if you could break down this growth in terms of the volume and the value that we have seen. And so regarding the margins, currently we are at a 14% kind of margins. If you could give us some sense as to, how do you see these margins moving ahead? Do you see there is a scope of, margins improving over next, 1-2 years or 2-3 years also? If yes, if you could give some guidance as to, what would be the main drivers of these margins and how much improvement can we see in the margins going ahead. Also wanted to understand, because we supply to a lot of industries, a lot of products goes to multiple industries, but wanted to understand, what are the top 3, 4 or 5 industries that contribute most significantly to our revenues. Also, what percentage of our revenue comes from Europe? And, we did see some issues in the revenue from Europe and there were some demand issues in the Europe. So how do you see the Europe scenario going ahead over next, year or 2? And the volume and the value breakdown for the revenue, if you could give us, the segment wise, how much was it from the bulk chemical, from the specialty and the boron business? And also, if you could help us understand, how does the margin vary in these 3 segments typically, and also wanted to understand the capacity for these 3 segments separately and the utilization that remains in these 3 segments separately. So the last 2 questions that I have is, how much of a competition we face from the Chinese markets, and also do we significantly face competition from the unorganized players? If you could, give some sense on the competition scenario for our products. And so we have a free hold land. So is this the land where we have the factory building, or is there any non-core assets apart from where the factory is situated? That's what I wanted to understand, sir. That's all from my side, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Our speaker number 15, Mr. Bharatni Gandhi. Speaker number 16, Lata Bharatni Gandhi, and speaker number 17, Hardik Jain, are currently not present in the panel. Chairman sir, with your permission, can I allow Prakashni Shinoy ma'am to ask the question? Thank you, sir. Prakashni ma'am, you are in the panel. Please enable your video and you may ask your question.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Thank you, moderator, for giving me an opportunity to speak. Thank you once again, Ms. Sarita. I'm Prakashini Ganesh Shenoy from Bombay. Respected Honorable Chairman, other dignitaries on the board, and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I received the AGM report well in time, which is colorful, informative, transparent, and contains all the information as per the corporate governance. I thank Sarita Naik for the same. The chairman has given a beautiful picture regarding the company and its working in all parameters. Thank you, Chairman, sir. At the outset, I am thankful to the board for recommending dividend for the financial year 24-25. I am also glad to note that the company is doing outstanding work in the field of CSR activities. Congratulations to one and all for getting various awards during the year. Sir, now I have some questions. My first question is, kindly highlight the future roadmap for growth and risk in business due to global situation. And my next question is, what is the time frame it takes to develop and launch new products in our R&D? How is our company adherence to rules of plastic waste management and conservation of energy and reducing carbon footprint? My next question is, how are we planning for digital India? My last question is there change on a company after the difference in GST rate? Please let me know. I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, Chairman, sir. I once again thank Ms. Sarita for giving me an opportunity to speak. Thank you, Sarita.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we complete our speaker shareholder queries. Over to you, sir.
May I now request Sri Bimal Lalit Singh Gopaldas, Managing Director and CEO, to reply to queries of the members.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Thank you, shareholders, for all the questions. I think we've had some quite interesting questions, which I'll do my best to reply to. Regarding the bonus, I think that will be considered at a board level at the appropriate time. May not be the right time right now to increase our capital. I think we need to be a much larger company, but we leave that for the board discussions. The hot topic is the US tariffs, and our exposure to the US is less than $1 million. And as we've mentioned earlier, we don't have any American competition for our products. We do have Chinese competition. We do have some European competitors. Europe is at a lower import duty than India. So there could be some impact depending on what the Europeans do with their pricing. But what we also are looking at is where else we can place those products. You know, the Indian market itself is growing, and other countries where we are not present in a big way, particularly South America and Africa, we are looking at those markets as well. Regarding GST, the recent cut has been a positive move for not only us, but the industry in general. So we are directly and indirectly impacted. Directly because sulfuric acid is now at 5% GST. This should help the fertilizer industry, which is the major consumer of sulfuric acid, and other consumers as well. It will help our cash flow because our outgo will be less. And it will indirectly help the overall reduction in GST should help consumption within India. So I believe it will be positive for the economy and will take away some of the negative impact of the Trump tariffs. Regarding the business, we split up between the specialty and the bulk chemicals. There are questions on boron, but boron is also split within these two segments and included therein. So we don't discuss it separately. The whole idea, and yes, we are making boric acid. That was one of the questions. Currently, we are about 45%, 55% between bulk and specialties. We would have been more on the specialty side, but two things have happened. One is the demand for this commodity, the bulk chemicals, has increased in India. And secondly, the specialty chemicals, particularly the markets in Europe, have declined. So we are seeing this kind of a shift, a move more towards bulk chemicals and less towards specialties. Under normal circumstances, the specialty chemicals give a higher percentage margin, and it is a more predictable margin. The bulk chemicals give a lower margin. It can also vary quite a bit. In good months, you'll have a much higher margin. Sometimes you'll have a zero margin. But specialties are more sort of continuous and predictable. Unfortunately, with all the multiple problems in Europe, we are seeing a reduction in the sales there. And all that sale was the specialty chemicals. We don't know quite when that will revive, but we will look at alternative markets. And the Indian markets are improving as well. Regarding fertilizers, we are not in the business at all, although we supply to the fertilizer industry. So we are not concerned with things like subsidies, etc. directly. R&D spend is about between 2 to 2.5 crores, and we'll continue to spend at least this much, probably increase our expenditure, because there will be a need to continuously develop new products and also optimize our existing plants. So R&D team works on both areas. There were several questions on, environment and carbon footprint. It's good to see these questions because it means shareholders are also becoming aware of the need for controlling climate change and temperature rise and things like that. So our company has reduced its footprint dramatically over the last few years. As a matter of fact, we have done a calculation at a factory level. And at a factory level, we are actually having a negative carbon footprint. That means that we are, and that's because we are able to recover steam from our waste heat boilers and sell the steam to neighboring industries. Those industries which were earlier burning coal and furnace oil can therefore cut down their consumption and use our steam instead. So if we consider that credit, we have a negative carbon footprint at the factory level. Of course, we need to do a full ESG calculation for considering not only factory but also the inputs, the sales, raw materials, everything. We are in the process of working on that. A plant visit we can consider as some shareholders have requested, but more than happy to share photographs and an audio-visual representation. So, our top 3 products, of course, would be sulfuric acid in terms of volume. In terms of the specialties, we produce benzene sulfonyl chloride as one of our leading products, and diethyl sulfate and sodium vinyl sulfonate. So these are products where we are major global suppliers. We are seeing, as I mentioned earlier, a decline in volume, particularly from Europe. And I'm speaking for the year 24-25, and it continues in 25-26. And margins I mentioned, we are actually sector agnostic in terms of our sales. So we have everything from pharmaceuticals as our customers, paints and coatings, dyes and pigments, fertilizers, surfactants, you name it. We supply to a very wide range of industries, and no single industry is more than 10% of our sales. But there is Chinese competition for our products. Very stiff competition. As you are all aware, they get a subsidy of about 12 to 14% on their exports, which allows them to sell at or near cost. In addition to that, when they set up their industry, they get free land, and the building also is constructed free of cost by the local government. So that's a huge advantage compared to what we have. And we struggle with Chinese competition in third-party markets. But happy to report that over the last year or so, we are in fact selling some of our products into the Chinese market. And China has become a customer for us. And we must recognize that China is one of the largest players in chemicals globally. And while they are a competitor, they can also be a market if you find the right niche products, which is what we are working on. In terms of land, most of our land is covered by leases from the government. We don't have a freehold land as such. And we are utilizing both the factory land as such. We have some competition from unorganized players, but not significant. And in chemicals, the rules and the regulations are becoming more and more stringent, making the unorganized sector very difficult to operate. And in fact, customers also would not like to buy from unorganized sector producers. In terms of the growth, we are working through our R&D. We are working on new products across bulk chemicals, across specialty chemicals. The time taken for approvals is long, more so in difficult economic times. So, for example, if I want to approach a customer in Europe, they have such crisis of their own to deal with that the last thing they want to do is approve a new supplier. They're cost cutting, they're reducing numbers, and they don't see a very bright future for their own industry. I have articles nearly every week talking about the demise or the impending demise of the European chemical industry along with other industries. So it's difficult to get access to new products in those markets nowadays. But, thankfully India is progressing better, and as India, the spending power becomes more, we should be consuming more and more specialty chemicals within the country itself. So we are looking at, import substitute type of products where we have the data and we're trying to develop the processes. In terms of plastic waste, we generate very little. Most of the material we bring in is in bulk. A lot of the material we sell is also in bulk. There are some products which have to go in, drums and things like this. But we are looking at ways and discussing with customers the not only eco-friendly but also cost-effective option of bulk procurement. GST I mentioned as well. I think I've covered all the questions and hand it back to the Chairman.
As all the queries have been responded and clarified, and the business of the meeting is now complete. This brings us to the end of the meeting. Before I announce the conclusion of this meeting, members who have still not voted on resolutions are requested to cast their votes on MUFG in time e-voting system. The detailed process of voting is already mentioned in the AGM notice. Let me remind you that voting will close after 15 minutes from the time of closure of this meeting now. The Board of Directors has appointed Mr. Satish Kumar Jain, Proprietor SKJ and Associates, Practicing Company Secretaries, as a scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process. The resolution as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to the receipt of requisite numbers of votes. Now I request our Company Secretary to deliver the vote of thanks.
Chairman, sir. Dear shareholders, I express my sincere thanks for your support and cooperation. I would also like to thank all our esteemed board members and also to my colleagues. Now I request Chairman, sir, to formally declare meeting as concluded.
I declare the meeting is concluded. Thank you all. May God bless you all.
Thank you everyone for joining. The meeting is now concluded.